Miss Heard's Geography Revision, the Christchurch Earthquake. Christchurch is a city in New Zealand. New Zealand has two islands, a North and a South Island. The capital city is Wellington. The 6.3 magnitude earthquake struck in 2011. The epicentre was 6 miles southeast of Christchurch, and the focus was very shallow, at 3.1 miles. The earthquake occurred on a conservative plate margin, where the Pacific plate slides past the Australian plate in the opposite direction. What were the effects of the earthquake? The primary effects, those caused directly by the earthquake. 181 people were killed and around 2,000 people were injured. Hundreds of kilometres of water and sewage pipes were damaged. 50% of central city buildings severely damaged, including the city's cathedral, which lost its spire. Liquefaction, where the ground gets saturated and loses strength, caused lots of damage to roads and buildings. 80% of the city was without electricity. The secondary effects. These result from the primary effects. Businesses were put out of action for long periods, causing losses of income and jobs. Schools had to share classrooms because of the damage to other school buildings. Damage to roads through liquefaction made it very difficult for people and emergency services to move around. People were affected mentally by the earthquakes and needed support. Christchurch also could no longer host Rugby World Cup matches, so lost the benefits through the loss of income through tourism. What were the responses to the earthquake? The immediate responses. Chemical toilets were provided for 30,000 residents. Areas were zoned green, orange, white and red to classify damage and the cost of repairs. International aid was provided in the form of money, about $6 to $7 million US, and aid workers and search and rescue teams were sent out to recover survivors and bodies. The long-term responses included $898 million in building claims from insurance, temporary housing being upgraded and damaged buildings being rebuilt, roads and houses cleared from silt from liquefaction, and by August, 80% of the roads and 50% of the footpaths were repaired. This concludes Miss Heard's Geography Revision on the Christchurch Earthquake.